Acho, who was the real winner last night? Let's hear this.
I've been waiting for this.
In your Ravens suit.
No, sir. No, sir. Let me talk. The real winner was the Cleveland Browns. The real winner was the Cleveland Browns, and I am so happy for the Cleveland Browns fans, happy for the dog pound, happy for the Browns faithful. Marcellus, think about this for 1 second. The Ravens winning got them closer to the playoffs. But the Browns competing the way they did got them closer to the Super Bowl. The Ravens winning got them closer to the playoffs, but the Browns competing the way they did got them closer to the Super Bowl. In football, you've said it, I've said it, anybody that's played at a high level knows it. You got to win 2 games. You have to win the game on the field, the game on the scoreboard, that is. But you always and you also have to win the game within your mind, the game within your head. Before you even get onto the field, you can't defeat yourself. The Cleveland Browns are not 32 points worse than the Ravens, because that's what week 1 showed. The Cleveland Browns are not 31 points worse than the Steelers, because that's what the scoreboard showed if you talk off talent alone. But when you're talking about the psyche of the Cleveland Browns, they were 32 points worse than the Ravens week 1. Okay. They were 31 points worse than the Steelers. So what did I need to see, Marcellus?
What you need to see?
I needed to see the Cleveland Browns go against the Baltimore Ravens and show themselves more than showing me that they can compete. Sal, I got hurt 7 times out of 8 years. 4 years college, 4 years pro. I got hurt 7 times. I tore my groin, tore my MCL, tore my meniscus. I broke my thumb. I tore my quad. I tore an adductor muscle. Why am I telling you that? Because when you get hurt, when you come back, even if the body is fully healthy, Marcellus, you got to convince the brain that you're fully healthy. Physically, you might be healthy, but you got to convince your mind that you are as healthy as you are physically. The Baltimore Ravens, the Cleveland Browns are good, but they got to convince themselves that they're good. And that game yesterday finally convinced themselves that they are as good as a team like the Baltimore Ravens, which week 1 the scoreboard did not show. So that's why, for me, I understand the Baltimore Ravens won the game. Good for them. They're closer to making the playoffs. But the way which the Browns competed, it showed that they're closer to making the Super Bowl.
Okay. The real winner last night was the team that won the actual game, the Ravens. Like, the question is so simple. I don't know why you got so philosophical with
I had to get deep.
Who the real winner?
I had to get deep.
The real winner is the obvious winner, the one that won the game, the Baltimore Ravens, and Lamar Jackson at the quarterback position. But I will go to your argument first, just to cancel it out real quick. The Cleveland Browns looked good last night.
Look great.
Yeah, they look good. In the game of greats, they look good. They look better than. They improved from week 1. All right, Acho. But you know what? Good is not good enough in this league. If you're going to make it to the playoffs and make some noise, you need more if you're the Cleveland Browns. We saw the Cleveland Browns go out there yesterday, give a valiant effort. Looked like, Baker Mayfield had some stats, even though he didn't really have the moments to support those same stats. A lot of issues with the Baltimore secondary and them being able to even line up 11 guys on defense, guys playing out of place. You can see Marcus Peters not even supposed to be on the field, still on the field. Things of that nature allowed Baker Mayfield and this Cleveland Brown team to catch up. But this was a game that was pretty much in control from the beginning. We saw Cleveland go down on the field, score. We saw all of a sudden that match. And then the middle part of this game, 34-20, Lamar Jackson running around, killing them with his legs, ends up winning the game with his arm. But this game looked like it was in control. Then the injuries occurred on the secondary. All of the issues, we're talking about cramping, the cleats, the calamity of issues that happened to him, confusion everywhere. All of a sudden, you see Baker Mayfield and the Browns sneak back up in this game and made it an epic game. Last night was a movie. It was a movie. But I am not focusing in on the losing characters in this movie. I'm focusing on what I saw from the winning character and Lamar Jackson. My last point on this lap is simple. Lamar Jackson went out there and said, I know in this league right now, everyone wants to see me step up as a passer, even though last year I led the league in passing touchdowns, but not a good enough statistic for those naysayers. So this year, he comes out with that intent to go out there and be that pocket passer, not be Lamar Jackson of sort, and kind of keep it a little closer to the vest. But then you heard Greg Roman and others say, Lamar, be you. And I think Lamar even watched the rookie and Jalen Hurts in his first start. Be Jalen Hurts. Just run around. And then I told you yesterday, what is the numbers on starting quarterbacks when they have 10-plus rushes in a game? 60 and 8. So let's go 61 and 8. Oh, we can't. You know why? Because Lamar didn't have 10 rushes. He only had 9. and 124 yards. He didn't even need a 10th one. But the point is, when they're zigging, you zag. Because we all know it's a numbers game in terms of commitment to stopping the run. And you have a numbers advantage when your quarterback runs. Lamar Jackson, Baltimore Ravens, the real winners of the game and the real winners of the night.
I'm not mad at your take. It's just lazy. I'm not mad at it at all. I'm not mad at your take at all. It is just lazy.
You mean I'm not digging for stuff?
No, I don't have to dig, sir. I just have to do my homework. We get paid on this show, some more handsomely than others, although the other is more handsome. We get paid on this show to do work, Sal. Let's do work.
Let's do work.
Let's talk movies real quick. Did you ever see Batman's The Dark Knight Rises?
Who's in it? Is that Bane?
I think that was the Joker. That's the one with the Joker.
What's Joker? The one that died after he died while he was filming it?
Correct.
Yeah, him. That was good.
Heath Ledger, he lost in the movie. He did. The Joker lost. The Joker never really wins. Batman always wins. But Heath Ledger, the loser in that movie, he stole the show.
He did.
He stole the show. Even though he lost Marcellus Wiley in the movie, he stole the show. Again, for y'all Marvel fans or whatever fans, hopefully it's the Dark Knight. I don't really know. I just remember the Joker went crazy.
We going too deep. I told you not to dig.
But he stole the show. What's my point, Sal? Baker Mayfield, even though he lost, he stole the show. 343 yards. 3 total touchdowns after he threw that interception, because he did throw an interception. I'm not going to act like Baker was without blemish.
Don't act like that wasn't an afterthought.
After he threw the interception, he went 12 for 15, 151 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown. Browns went down by 13 points, came back to take the lead in the fourth quarter, if not for the greatest field goal kicker of all time, that is Justin Tucker. Shout out to my Longhorn alum, same draft, same recruiting class. Shout out to my dog. If not for the greatest kicker kicking a 55-yarder, this would be a different story. Now, it's not a different story. I'm not going to sit here and act like it is. But here's my point, Sal.
Stick to the script.
The Ravens weren't going to win the AFC. The Ravens weren't going to win, the Browns weren't going to win the AFC. The Browns weren't going to outdo the Chiefs. Right? You have 4 games left.
I don't know, but the Pittsburgh Steelers, we thought the division was over.
But even still.
And the Steelers has come back to the
Browns were going to be hard-pressed to even win the AFC North.
Okay, now we talk.
They weren't going to win the AFC, hard-pressed to win the AFC North. So what could they have accomplished statistically yesterday? Minimal to nothing. Statistically, the Browns weren't really about to accomplish a lot, but what did they actually accomplish? Everything. Bro, I was in Cleveland 2012. I've told you this story. Let me tell y'all again. I get drafted there. After a long, grueling day of off-season training camp, off-season activities, our head coach, Pat Shermer, who had been with the Browns organization, he calls the whole team together. Bring it in. There it is. There it is. Bring it in. Bring it in, guys. Fists up. Fists up. Fists up. We all up there. He said, hey, gentlemen, if y'all continue to practice like this, if y'all continue to prepare like this, we'll look up at the end of the season, we'll be 13-3. We'll be 14-2. Everybody's kind of like, Wait, did you just say if we're perfect, we're still going to lose games? I'm thinking to myself, did he just try to hype us up but say, even if we're perfect, we're going to lose? Marcellus, you have to understand, if you've been in Cleveland, if you've practiced at 76 Lou Groza Boulevard, if you've been a Browns fan, you realize there is a losing mentality. You walk on the field against the Steelers and the Ravens, and you're like, we can't even win. What I'm telling you is, that mentality is no longer there based off the game yesterday. The mentality of Baker Mayfield being a losing quarterback, no longer there after the game yesterday. Congrats to the Ravens. They won on the scoreboard. But you know as well as I do, winning in the head, winning in your mind, it will be more important the next time around.
I see what you're trying to do right here. You're using my take so I can support what you're saying.
Don't make my good take using your take.
The dual scoreboard is my take.
Okay, it is.
It's my take, Bobby. He stole my take. Okay, damn it. And now you're trying to make me support it. It doesn't work all the time. It just works when I say my take. Now, right now, I caught you.
What you do?
You right now sound like so many losers out there in this world. They try to make losing an intangible. When losing is tangible. Losing is tangible. It's not about just mentality. It's not just about culture and the abstract. It is a tangible. Do you have the talent? Do you have the buy-in? Are you prepared? Did you execute? Tangible things that we can actually go out there and see results manifest. You try to make it about these abstract things. So in a losing performance, how in the hell do you now come to the realization that you're a winner? It makes no sense. Look, tell me if this is a losing opportunity for confidence as you try to make it. Baker Mayfield is 1-8 in his career when he has 40 or more pass attempts. 1 and 8. Last night he had a career high of 47. So you have a quarterback when you actually say, win us the game. Please, Baker, do it. We tried it 9 times. How has that worked out? 1 victory. Tell me if this is a losing opportunity for confidence in a winning situation, as you tried to say. The team is now 3-3 when he throws a pick. Oh, did he throw a pick again last night? How is this a winning moment, as Acho wants to say, when you lose again at home? They lost at home. You know, there was. I actually saw the dog pound there, like a little kennel, small version, but it was still the dog pound. 7th game this season with a completion percentage of 60% or worse. Baker Mayfield once again. Did he throw for over 60%? No. It's amazing that Acho wants me to believe something good occurred for this organization as a whole in a losing effort. I'll leave you with this, because I know this is going to stick you right now. Baker Mayfield went out there with that stat line you gave us with an 87.5 quarterback rating. That entire stat line. You say it was a damn good performance. Dak Prescott had 4 games better than that this year, and he only played in 4.5. Make it make sense, Acho. Come on, big dog.
You can't make sense out of nonsense, nor can you make sense out of irrelevant stats. Let me give it to you like this, Marcellus. You need to spend more time on social media.
I don't.
Because you catch gems from me when I'm off the air. I posted on social media yesterday, Marcellus Wiley, about my favorite failures in life.
I saw that. I gave you a
failures. Oh, did you?
Yeah, but I don't like my failures.
Here's the thing. I posted yesterday about my favorite failures, ladies and gentlemen, because I said people said I failed in the National Football League. Emmanuel, you only played 4 years. You were cut 4 or 5 times, whatever the case may be. I failed in the National Football League, and I thought to myself, man, if I don't fail in the league, I don't make the Forbes under 30 list, don't have the best-selling book, I'm not up here with you. If I don't fail in the NFL, I'm probably still playing. I'll probably still try to scratch, claw, and hold on. Marcellus, what kind of phone is that? Is that an iPhone?
This is an iPhone 11.
Who came up with iPhones? Was it Steve
Jobs?
Steve Jobs. He said you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. Yes, you got to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. You, sir, you got to trust that these dots going to connect for the Browns. I'm telling you, they are going to connect. They're going to connect. Here is why. Who played better yesterday? Baker Mayfield played better yesterday. I don't want to bore you.
Better than who?
Statistically.
Better than who?
Than Lamar Jackson. He had more total yards. He had the same amount of touchdowns. He got sacked less times. You have to say they played equally. You cannot sit here and tell me. Correct. The Browns defense also gave up 45 points. Yeah, I think it was 45, and they ended up being 47. That was a safety. So you have to say, remember the Browns also missed a field goal. Justin Tucker bombed on a 55-yarder. But if we don't even look at yesterday, let's look macro. Can we bring up the full screen? This is such a good conversation. I don't want to bore the world with full screens, but I'm going to drop a little knowledge on y'all between Baker and Lamar.
I like full screens.
Look at them at the season. Passing touchdowns, rushing touchdowns. They both got 24. Giveaways, they both got 10. Completion percentage, Lamar got them by 1.6%. Standard deviation. Wins and losses, Baker got them by 1. That is an equal performance on the season. That's the season. After what you would say was an equal performance yesterday. Lamar Jackson is coming off an MVP campaign, and you have argued that Lamar Jackson has been playing well the duration of this season. All I am saying is yes, the Baltimore Ravens won the game on the scoreboard, but what did the man who created the phone that you use every day say? You got to trust that somehow them dots will connect in your future. Cleveland Browns, the dots will connect for you, and I trust it after watching that game last night, sir.
Wow. When I see a stat that says that Baker Mayfield is the 4th worst in the NFL in the last 3 years with his pass volume, which I just talked about before, having 40-plus attempts, and only Eli Manning, Case Keenum, and Phillip Rivers have a worse volume issue, you tell me that's a positive. I don't know how it's a positive. Basically, you're telling me if we keep him caged in Baker Mayfield, keep him contained, we got to contain our own quarterback. We can't let him loose. We certainly can't let Baker cook. We got to have Baker have 20 or so pass attempts, and in games where it's like a shootout, I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to run our way to the victory in a shootout. I don't know where you're getting this from. Lamar Jackson literally coming off of COVID. You can see he's compromised. Once again, it's footing his cleats the first half, a mess. That was actually bringing him down more so than the Cleveland defenders. And then in the second half, he misses a ton of time. And that's the only time we see the Baker Mayfield Browns creep back into this game. But you're going to tell me that they played on the same level. Interesting, you could say that. I'm not going to slight Baker Mayfield today as much as say he still hasn't proven that he's franchise quarterback level worthy yet.
The only place
That's the only place
I'm going to end is right here. Sometimes being contained is for the benefit of everyone around you. X-Men, we'll go there. We talk Dark Knight, we'll talk X-Men. Remember that character Cyclops? He's a dude whose eyes can fire the fire beams red. Well, before he has those special pairs of glasses, he just destructs everything if his eyes are not contained with the glasses. You contain his eyes with the glasses, he has elite powers. Baker Mayfield, Kevin Stefanski has contained him this year. And where is he touchdown interception ratio? I believe it's at 23-8. Yeah. Where does he rank as far as his pass rating and completion percentage? It's improved. I'm not going to act as though containing someone or something is always a bad thing. Them Browns made some noise, Marcellus.
They made some
noise?
Please
admit it.
Yeah, you made some noise. Nobody around. Did anybody hear it? Did it really happen? Did they really hear the noise? You know that about you. My last thing I'm going to say about the Ravens, just to button it up, is they got over their biggest hurdle in the way of them making it to the postseason. Be real. Cleveland Browns, looking at the schedule, next three opponents combined, which are the Giants, the Jaguars, and the Bengals, have the same amount of wins as the Ravens do. So road ahead is the path of least resistance.